Thanks, David. Now, almost every day there's a new diet claiming to shed the kilos. From calorie counting to superfood smoothies, we're bombarded with them all. So how do you know which ones really work? Well, health and fitness expert Amelia Burton is here to separate the fact from the fiction. Good morning, Amelia.
Good morning.
Let's start with sugar. It's in just about everything. Is a sugar-free diet going to help us lose weight?
Well, it's the question, isn't it? And when you go to a bookshop, I was in one the other day, it had I quit sugar and then don't quit sugar right next to it. It's confusing. What do we do? And the answer is somewhere in the middle. So of course you want to quit the sugary foods such as the lollies and the cakes and the biscuits to help you lose weight. But you don't want to eliminate sugar altogether from your diet. Naturally occurring sugars such as the lactose that's in milk or fructose that's in fruit is very good for you. The number one fuel for the brain is glucose, which is sugar. So you do need to have some sugar in your diet.
So keep the good sugars and ditch the bad ones.
Correct.
Okay, well, celebrities are also very quick to upload their latest organic meal on social media, but is organic really the best way to go? Certainly the most expensive.
Yes, and look, no, not necessarily. To be healthy, you don't have to eat organic food. Most people choose organic for two reasons. Number one, they think there's more nutrients in organic food, and this isn't scientifically proven. The significance is very minimal. But the second reason is pesticides. Now, people feel that having organic food, they'll absorb less pesticides, and that's absolutely the case. But in Australia, our pesticide levels are regulated by law, so it doesn't make a huge difference. Having said that, if you do want to go that little bit further and be extra healthy, Google a resource called the Dirty Dozen and the Clean 15. And the Dirty Dozen are the 12 fruits and veggies that contain the most pesticides that we absorb. So in the Dirty Dozen, things like blueberries, strawberries, kale, spinach, apples, for example, we absorb more pesticides from that. So if you were going to go organic, then you'd go the Dirty Dozen first and you go the Clean 15 last.
I see.
Does that make sense?
Well, isn't it interesting? Most of the superfoods are the ones that absorb the pesticides.
I know.
Let's just talk about carbs for a second, because they're often seen as the enemy. But is it true that cutting them out will help you, shed the kilos?
Anecdotally, people report that cutting carbs out, particularly at night time, help them lose weight. Now, it's not because of the carbohydrates so much, but it's usually what the portion size that they're having their carbohydrates, and also when they take the carbohydrates out, they're usually replacing them with healthy foods like fruits and veggies and things like that. So no, carbs are not the enemy, but just remember with your carbohydrates, keep your portion sizes down. Swap your carbohydrates, swap the simpler carbohydrates like your pastas, your breads, your rices for your complex carbs like your vegetables. And if you are going to have, say, pasta for dinner, have something like bolognese with it as opposed, because then it's got protein in it, because that will lower the GI. And where possible, have whole wheat pasta rather than, your simple carbohydrates.
Great advice, Amelia. I'm going to implement all of those things for Christmas.
Sonia, you just have to eat as healthy as possible, because remember, you eat nutrients for two, not eat for two.
Right.
That's what it
Might be a little bit late for that. Thank you, Amelia.